If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi. Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
The Friday edition, and a loss for America today. Yes, the Supreme Court is the highest court in the land, but President Trump won with an overwhelming mandate from the American people. Let the man carry out his agenda. All he's trying to do is even the score, a level playing field with countries financially that have been robbing America for decades. That's all he's trying to do with the tariffs. The president going on a blistering attack against the Supreme Court after the tariff ruling, calling it unpatriotic and disloyal to our Constitution. We'll get to that. We see your calls coming in. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. But first, Mom Donnie, we're starting to see cracks in your base, Mom Donnie, with African Americans. Listen to these protesters in Queens as it relates to his proposed 10% property tax increase.
The mayor, with the greatest respect, in every campaign speech, in every debate where you engage, we opened our ears to listen. Now today, accept the words echoing from us now. Do your job as mayor and leave our taxes out.
Saving only two options. You're saying if we don't tax the rich, then I gotta increase property taxes. We are not a pawn in Southeast Queens. We are not part of your negotiation tactics. Zohan Mandani, you are out your goddamn mind.
Well, Mr. Mayor, you're hearing what they have to say, and this is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty for Mom Donnie as this goes out. He thought he was so slick, but guess who the joke is going to be on? 800-848-9222. President Trump tearing into the Supreme Court.
Well, thank you very much for being here. The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country. I'd like to thank and congratulate Justices Thomas, Alito, and Kavanaugh for their strength and wisdom and love of our country, which is right now very proud of those justices. When you read the dissenting opinions, there's no way that anyone can argue against them. There's no way. Foreign countries that have been ripping us off for years are ecstatic. They're so happy. And they're dancing in the streets, but they won't be dancing for long. That I can assure you. The Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they will automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress. They're an automatic no. They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy, and great again. They also are a, frankly, disgrace to our nation, those justices. They're an automatic no, no matter how good a case you have. It's a no. But you can't knock their loyalty. It's one thing you can do with some of our people.
Now, this is a big story, so don't get me wrong. But notice how whenever it's something negative against Trump, you hear about it quite a bit. Now, this one is a big story. But whenever it's negative, there's no problem getting that message out to the public. For example, CBS News.
The Supreme Court has just issued what is a major ruling on the president's use of tariffs. We have a team going through this decision right now from a legal and economic and a political point of view. But first, our legal correspondent, Jan Crawford, who has the decision for us in Washington. Jan?
Tony, this decision is 6-3, invalidating President Trump's use of these sweeping tariffs, imposing tariffs on almost every trading partner worldwide. This is the most significant U.S. Supreme loss for a U.S. president, I think, in modern history. It is invalidating what is the cornerstone of President Trump's economic policy, ruling that he does not have authority under this federal law, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, to levy these sweeping tariffs, like I said, on almost every global trading partner worldwide.
I'm going to come back to tariffs in just a moment, because I really believe, and I know we're a country of laws, but Trump won with a mandate. Let the man do his thing. Let's see where this leads the country. But oh no, they want to handcuff him every chance they get. And then they have their backup partner, the media, to disseminate the message, to try and portray the message that Trump is failing. He's not failing. He's actually exceeding and doing quite well if you just get out of the way.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.